Hello guys, welcome to another video. So in this video, I will walk you through the Nginx web server, what is Nginx and why it is used and how we use inside Linux. Guys, this is your Nginx web server and it's a open source web server that has gained popularity of its high performance, stability and low resource consumption. So basically Nginx is a high performance web server and it's a reverse proxy server. So what is reverse proxy? So reverse proxy actually forward the client request to the backend application server. So that is what reverse proxy is. And Nginx is used to serve the static web page and it runs on port 80 or 443. Basically, it handles HTTP requests and routes accordingly. Okay, so let's look into the website of Nginx. So this is the website of Nginx. As you can see, it's open source. Okay. Now coming to the Linux part. So let's open this. Okay. I already showed you in my last video what is Nginx and what are the commands. Still, I'm going to show you again. So there is your sudo permissions with system ctl. I I think you all are aware of systemctl. So systemctl is used to manage the services of Linux. Systemctl is used to take and manage the services of Linux. Systemctl status nginx. So this is your command. Okay, nginx.service. Now as we can see, it's running. Nginx is running. But how we can see that it's running on port 80 or not? So there is a command ss hyphen ulnp. That's it. Okay. T for TCP, U for UDP. As you know, these both are the protocols, okay, to deliver the content or to make a good connection. Reliable connection, UDP is used for reliable connection, and T for TCP, you already know. L for listening, N for numeric, P for port. Okay, let's see. All right, we can see couple of things, but we can't see the Nginx part. If Nginx is minded to port 80 or not, it's running on port 80. How we can use? So by giving only sudo permissions, I'm now showing you the purpose of sudo permissions because sudo are the root permissions. Use the pipe here and let's filter port 80 only. Command not found is okay. I forgot to type here grep. Now as you all can see, TCP listens this. This is the network interface. This is 0.0.0 is interface for all. Okay, let me clear this thing right away. So if I search here 0.0.0, why what is 0.0.0? So let's see what is this. Then I'll show you why it is used. Now as you can see, 0.0.0 is a special IPv4 address used to represent an unspecified non-routable or all address placeholder in networking. What that means, this IP address has multiple uses depending on context. So it means that this is the IP address. If this is the IP address, it means and from anywhere anyone can access this thing. Okay, how one can reach out to this from anywhere through any interface. Okay, and 127.0.0.1 is the local host. I will show you in this video only later on, but let's look into Nginx first. So if I talk about Nginx, I already showed you this path, which is etc. Then there is your Nginx. So here are couple of directories and couple of files as well. As you all are aware, this is your directory because it representing by the blue color, and these are your files. Okay. Now there are some important files and directory. which we should know right now. So what is nginx.conf? So nginx.conf is the configuration files where the main configuration file of nginx are stored. So it is stored in nginx. So let me write here. So this stores main config files. And there is one more thing which is not present here. So I have to do ls. It's in etc. I believe. No, it's not in etc. It's in var. This thing. HTML. Yeah. It's not log. It's HTML. So now this is your default web root. It means any website which is hosted on top of Nginx. It is inside the main file. The main HTML file is present inside var www and that forward slash HTML. Alright. So this is what you should know. Now, as you know that Nginx is already running, as we have looked into this already. Let me show you again. System status. You can see it's running. It's running. Let's see if it's running or not. Okay. New tab. Let me open new tab. Okay. So if I type here local host, okay, local host, it's saying welcome to Nginx localhost. Now what my DNS will work. Now DNS plays the role here. Domain name system. Now the moment I type here localhost, now domain name system will translate this localhost to an IP address. Okay, let me just press enter. Now this is translated to an IP address. And what is the IP address? IP address is the let me type here www dot 127.0.0.1 dot com. So it's showing me the same content 7.0.0.1. Now this will also show the same content because domain's name system converts the domain name to an IP address and localhost is binded to IP address 127.0.0.1. Now there is a question where this web page is located inside my Linux. Let's see. So if I do cd var www.html, now I'm inside this. So there is my root web root default root file index.html. Okay, index.nginx debian.html. If I try to edit this, let me take the sudo permissions vi, then index, then press tab. Now I am inside this file. You can see this is my web page. Okay, so but if I edit this, let me press I, and now I am inside the insert mode. Let me welcome to. Let me make the changes. Sahitya's DevOps tutorial. DevOps tutorial. Welcome to Sahitya DevOps tutorial of Nginx. So this is what I made the changes. Let me press escape and let me just quit WQ. Okay. So let's see if I can see the changes or not because that was the default web root path. Okay. Now you can see welcome to Nginx. Okay, welcome to Satya DevOps tutorial of Nginx. Now I hope you understand this concept that where our web page is located inside Nginx and it is basically the default web root of Nginx. Okay, it's inside var www. Inside HTML there is your HTML file, this one. Okay, if I go back, not like this, like this, then this. Now I am inside the root directory, as you all can see. Let me go inside home. Then there is Site DevOps. Okay, if I do ls, I am inside the user. Now I am not inside the root directory, I am inside my user, which is Sahitya DevOps. So there are two users, one is Matthew and one is this Sahitya DevOps. I'm going to install a new web server which is Apache 2. Let's see how we can use with the Nginx web server. Okay, if it's activated, if like Nginx is already activated. Now I'm installing a new web server which is apt install Apache 2. Now it's installing, you can see, and the command is apt install. Okay, now all right, Apache is installed. If I do which Apache, now it's showing me the path of Apache, where Apache is actually installed and where Apache is actually located. Okay, it's under the as bin files, like we have in Windows as well. There are bin files in Windows. Same are here in Linux. Now, uh, let me see. Let me first check the local host. Okay, if I can run this. Now you can see Apache 2 is running. Okay, Apache 2 is running on local host. Okay, it's running on my local host. But before Nginx was running, so why Nginx stopped? Why? Because let me show you. Let me show you one more thing. Sudo ss telnet, then grep port, then grep port 80. Let's see which is binded to port 80. So Nginx is still binded to port 80, but we are not able to see Nginx. You can see Nginx is binded with port 80 here as well. You can see there is no Apache, but why I am seeing Apache? Because there is a port conflict. So this is the part where you should be understanding the troubleshooting. Now there are two servers. One is Nginx, one is Apache 2, and those two are running on the same server, same port. They are running with on the same port, which is port 80. It means both of them are binded with the port 80. Now I'm not able to see Nginx page anymore. Okay, as you can see, there is 127.0.0.1. It means this is the IP address of my local host. So DNS resolved localhost to 127.0.0.1. But now instead of Nginx, I'm seeing Apache. Why? Because there is port conflict. Okay, let's see Apache services are running or not. For that, you just have to uh, write here system. Okay, ctl systemctl status apache apache dot service. Okay, apache dot service. So unit apache dot service could not be found. Why could not be found? Because there is a conflict. So let me show you one more thing. Let me stop Nginx first. Okay, I stopped Nginx. The moment I stopped Nginx, and then I try to see the status of Apache. Can I see? Let's see. Let's see if I can see the Apache 2 or not. Yes, I can see Apache 2. Okay, it's failed. Now it's failed. Why? HTTP since the code. Okay, failed to start the Apache server. Alright, it's failing to start Apache server because Apache also runs on port 80. Nginx is also runs on port 80, and Nginx is already binded with port 80. So as Nginx is already binded with port 80, so that's why Apache is failing to start. So let's try to start Apache. As I already stopped Nginx server, it should start now. Yes, I believe yes, it's running. Now it's running. Now if I try to run Nginx, now as you can see Apache is running on port 80. Now if I If I try to run Nginx, let's see if it runs or not. Job for Nginx start service failed because control process exited with error code. C system still status journal ctl. So let's try this command. Okay, let's try this command. Because of port 80, I'm not able to see my Nginx web server. Okay, fail to start, fail to start a high performance web server, which is my Nginx web server, and a reverse proxy. Okay, now it's saying me failed to start. What is the reason of the failure? Nginx dot service failed with the result exit code. Why it's failing? As you already know, the both of the web servers are running on port 80. Either Apache 2 can run, either Nginx can run, but not both can run on the same port 80. Okay. Now if I stop, if I stop this Apache, okay, if I stop this Apache, let me see the status of Apache 2. So you can see Apache 2 is now failed. It's inactive, it's dead. Okay, because I stopped the services. Now, if the moment I stop the services and now I try to run the Nginx server here, let's see it's running or not. Status Nginx. Where is status of Nginx? Nginx status is where? Let me run that command again. Okay, status Nginx. Nginx. Now you can see Nginx is running fine without any hassle. It's running fine. And if I try to reload, it's showing me still Apache. Let me do one thing. Let me just run localhost. So now you can see it's running Nginx server, Nginx web server. Okay. But the moment I stop Nginx, so let's stop Nginx first. Okay. Through up and down arrow, you can uh, run the previous command. Okay, you can see the next command and previous command by only running up and down arrow. Okay, now let me do one thing. Let me just refresh it. So the moment I'm refreshing this web page, site can't be reached. Let's run Apache again to check these both are running on same server or not. Start Apache 2. Okay, Apache 2 dot service. Now Apache 2 dot service is running. Let's see if I try to run again localhost. Now you can see the page of Apache 2 and it's showing Ubuntu as well because I'm running through Ubuntu. Okay. Now you can see the web root directory. The web path of Apache is also var www.public underscore html. So this is the default web root path. Okay. I hope this makes sense, and now you have a great understanding of ports, like how services listens on port. Let me check. Let me show you one more thing, which is if I run sudo ss hyphen tull hyphen tullnib, then pipe, not this one, then pipe correct 80. Let's see which service is running on 80. As you all can see, Apache is running. You can see Apache is binded with the port 80. It means Nginx can't run. If I try to run Nginx, because Apache is already binded with port 80, if I try to run Nginx, let's try to start Nginx. So this will fail. Only one service can bind with one port at one time. This failed because the control process exited with error code. What is error code? Because the Apache is running on port 80, so Nginx can't run. So this is what I want to show you in this video. Just grab a basic understanding of web servers because this will help you in future for troubleshooting the web servers when you get into production servers. So production environment consists of different web servers, and service is binded with port 80, and you are trying to bind another service with port 80. Then at that time you should know that how to troubleshoot this kind of error. If you are starting Nginx server and you are encountering this error, why it's showing you this the error, you should know. If you are preparing for DevOps roles or Linux admins roles. Okay, so this is what I want to show you today. Practice this thing, and we will be meeting in the next video with something amazing content which will help you in future deeper Linux technical troubleshooting. Bye for now. Thank you.
ਸੀਗਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੋਕ ਤਾਨੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਕੱਸਦੇ ਆ ਮਿਡਲ ਕਲਾਸ ਬੰਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ